Tonight, a UN resolution on the Israel-Hamas conflict amid accusations of war crimes.
This was tough, but we got there.
The critical word some say is missing.
Immediate ceasefire. I repeat, immediate ceasefire.
This electric car owner has been waiting for a repair for more than a year.
I'm not sure why they can't produce replacement batteries.
Why he's not the only one.
It might be a year and a half, who knows?
What happened to Ukraine's big counteroffensive?
We haven't seen fortifications on this scale since the Second World War.
How Russia's defenses and political reticence have left Ukraine struggling.
What does it mean if you don't get aid by the end of the year?
This is The National with Asha Tomlinson.
Thanks for joining us. Adrian is away. After days of delays and intense negotiations, a binding resolution has passed at the United Nations aimed at relieving the dire, deadly conditions in Gaza. But it doesn't go as far as some hoped. The U.S. abstained but held back its veto. The resolution calls for more aid deliveries into Gaza, but not for a ceasefire, which means airstrikes and combat continue, and the number of civilian victims grows. Sasha Petrusik shows us how the vote happened and why fears of more disaster for the people in Gaza remain.
Daily, aid trucks creep through Israeli security, able to deliver only 10% of what humanitarian groups say Gaza needs. Israel insists there's plenty of food.
There is no food shortage in Gaza.
UN officials say at least a quarter of Gaza's population is starving. After almost a week of bargaining, the UN Security Council passed a compromise resolution to try to deliver more aid and to create conditions for peace.
We know this is not a perfect text.
What most countries wanted was to demand an immediate ceasefire, but the U.S., Israel's top ally, threatened a veto. It abstained from the watered-down resolution.
This was tough, but we got there.
The Palestinian representative called it a step in the right direction.
It must be implemented and must be accompanied by massive pressure for an immediate ceasefire.
Israel gave no sign it was ready to change its approach to aid delivery or to give the UN a bigger say over coordination, something the resolution demands.
Israel not only has a right but an obligation to guarantee its security.
Indeed, even as the UN voted, fighting continued. In this case, an Israeli strike on a car in Rafah, killing 4 and injuring at least 2 children. Security Council resolutions are legally binding on UN members, though not on militant groups like Hamas, and they are hard to enforce.
But I do think that if the UN can find a serious high-level figure, someone with real global clout who can take charge of the aid operation, that could bring some new energy to what the UN is trying to do in Gaza.
But pressure is growing on Israel. The UN's Human Rights Commissioner accused Israel of the possible commission of a war crime when soldiers killed at least 11 unarmed Palestinian men in front of their family. Israel denied the accusation, calling it blood libel, insisting that it will continue to eliminate Hamas from Gaza, no matter the demands from abroad. Sasha Petrusik, CBC News, Toronto.
An Israeli community has confirmed that the husband of Judy Weinstein, a Canadian believed to be held hostage in Gaza, is dead. At first, reports suggested Hamas shot and wounded both Gadi Haggai and his wife on October 7th. Then both were thought to be taken into Gaza as hostages. Now their kibbutz says that Hamas killed him in the attack. There's no word on Judy Weinstein's whereabouts or condition. In the U.S., Texas has adopted a new tactic as it gathers up migrants and sends them to sanctuary cities in more progressive states. For the first time, the governor has sent a group by air. Tanya Fletcher shows us how Chicago is coping and the biting response from the White House.
Wading chest deep across the Rio Grande River, a father carries 2 children on his back, the mother a third. An alarming scene, yes, but not an unusual one. Dozens of families cross the border into Texas here every day. On each of 3 consecutive days this week, more than 12,000 migrants crossed from Mexico into the U.S., a new record, prompting the Texas governor to sign sweeping new state laws allowing the arrest and deportation of migrants.
Biden's deliberate inaction has left Texas to fend for itself.
The next day, for the first time, he chartered this Boeing 737 and sent roughly 100 migrants to Chicago. Texas has been busing tens of thousands of people to sanctuary cities across the country, but Chicago began fining those buses, so Texas started flying the migrants out.
They're just dropping all people anywhere. Do you understand how raggedy and how evil that is?
Now the arrivals are shifting from the streets to the airport. At O'Hare International, some can be seen setting up makeshift beds in one of the terminals.
I think the city is very overwhelmed.
Annie Gomberg is a volunteer helping migrants arriving in Chicago. This video provided to CBC News was taken inside one of the 24 shelters throughout the city, housing some 14,000 people.
It's been a really difficult week.
She's referring to the death of a 5-year-old migrant boy who became ill at one of the shelters she works with. The cause of death is under investigation, but is raising questions about the kind of care migrants are receiving.
He had just finished his first week of school, and it was very, very hard for most of us to hear. We've learned subsequently that it looks like there was some lack of medical intervention at times that might have been able to save his life.
Tanya, how is the U.S. government responding to this escalation?
Asha, the White House is criticizing that flight, accusing Texas of using migrants as political pawns. Now, a spokesman says the governor is showing how little regard or respect he has for human beings, calling this a political stunt that once again tries to demonize and dehumanize people. Now, it comes a day after President Joe Biden spoke with Mexico's president, both leaders agreeing more enforcement is needed at the border. Now, top American officials are set to visit Mexico next week. Meanwhile, negotiations here in Washington to tighten U.S. enforcement are on pause until after the congressional holiday break.
Tanya Fletcher in Washington, thank you.
You bet.
It's been slow going in parts of western Newfoundland as a big winter storm makes its way right across the region.
It's still pretty blustery. We've come into the winter solstice with a bang, I guess.
Heavy snow of up to 50 centimeters has made driving treacherous in some communities. Plus, the storm is packing winds with gusts reaching 90 kilometers an hour. Conditions are expected to improve by Friday evening. Well, Newfoundland may be one of the few places in Canada that will actually have snow for Christmas. It's been a warm start to winter pretty much everywhere else. Some are enjoying it, but as Terry Reith explains, it brings some problems too.
It may be almost Christmas. The decorations are up, but in many parts of Canada, one thing is missing: snow.
I mean, it doesn't look like winter, doesn't feel like winter, and I'm talking about coast to coast.
In Edmonton, there may be no snow, but at least it's cold enough to make ice to skate on.
It was my nephew's birthday yesterday, and he wished for snow. And my dad likes to cross-country ski, and he's waiting for snow. But we'll just make the best with what we got.
In normally frigid Regina, it's too warm to even make ice. And in Kamloops, they're golfing.
Well, the weather's nice, so it's good for golfing. I'm surprised there's not many out here, but they'll be coming.
We're just not living up to our reputation as the Great White North. We may be great, but we're not as white as we have been or could be.
On this cross-country ski trail, the only snow is what they make. But for the moment, they're adapting, even hosting competitions that moved here because of the lack of snow elsewhere.
We're prepared and planning that will be on 100% man-made snow as well.
At this Toronto Christmas market, some people are missing the white Christmas.
It takes away the kind of the atmosphere of Christmas time for me. Like, I always think of Christmas being white, and no snow now or 3 days out makes it a little upsetting, but I guess you got to do what you got to do at the end of the day, right? Keep it festive.
I think we see the trend. We see in 2050, this may be the norm. This might be what Christmas is about in Canada. where we don't see the white and the cold. It's because of global warming.
Canada just went through its worst wildfire season ever. There are concerns now that with this warm, dry weather, next spring could be even worse. Terry Reith, CBC News, Edmonton.
As the federal government ramps up its push to get more Canadians behind the wheel of an electric vehicle, owners of older models have hit a roadblock. Ryan Patrick Jones has the story of an Ontario man who's been waiting more than a year for a replacement battery.
This is not the car Atif Harouni wants to be driving. He's been using rentals since last December. That's when the battery on his 2017 Nissan Leaf failed, needing replacement.
Initially, I was okay with it, right? Like, I understood there might be supply chain issues.
But now his car has been sitting in the dealership parking lot for more than a year. Nissan has promised to reimburse him for gas.
Not giving me the ETA is just frustrating. They are producing new car batteries right now, so I'm not sure why they can't produce replacement batteries.
It's a concern. It's a disappointment. It's a frustration.
This Quebec resident is having similar issues. He's been without his car since October.
It might be a year and a half. Who knows? They just couldn't determine when they would have a battery.
Hitting the road in 2010, the Nissan Leaf became one of the first successful zero-emissions electric vehicles. More than 20,000 have been sold in Canada. In a statement, Nissan Canada says it's working diligently on a compatible replacement for the battery used in Harouni's car, and it's close to a sustainable fix for the Canadian market.
It's a real scarcity issue in the sense that you have a vehicle that didn't get a lot of production built, and the battery itself was a third-party sub-assembly that was put into the vehicle, and they're not being built anymore because, Nissan and the battery company, AESC, has really advanced in terms of they're on the next generation.
Just this week, the federal government announced plans to phase out gas and diesel-powered vehicles by 2035, a move to bring in more electric vehicles in the coming years. As for Harouni, Nissan says it will expedite reimbursement for his gas, but what he wants is a replacement battery for his Leaf, and soon. If not, he wants Nissan to buy back the car. Ryan Patrick Jones, CBC News, Toronto.
The strikes that have paralyzed Quebec schools for a month are expected to continue. As Kwabena Oduro explains, a tentative agreement today with one union on some issues isn't enough to bring students and teachers back to the classroom before 2024.
Just days before Christmas, and public sector workers in Quebec don't have contracts. One teachers' union rejected the province's latest offer. Its leaders say they are open to talks over the holidays, but the mood among some members is grim.
I hope, really, but inside me, I'm losing this hope.
Hugo Paquette says he isn't just fighting for himself, but also young teachers who are leaving the profession in droves.
So it's very, very sad for our profession. I like to be a teacher. It's a very, good job, but you see that, it's sad.
Even parents who support the strike are getting desperate for a solution.
It's frustrating, it's hard on a lot of parents, but we have to have good teachers who are well treated to teach our children.
The government has said the strike is hurting students, and they want a deal by Christmas. But unions say issues like class sizes impact students too.
A lot of kids, you see them coming in the classroom, their eyes are tired, their eyes are mirrored. We want to help them, but if there's 35 kids in the class, you cannot do some one-on-one work. So we need to change the conditions so we can take care of the kids.
One teachers union has struck a tentative deal on working conditions, but they are part of an umbrella group involved in salary negotiations, which have stalled. That means they'll keep striking, and it's taking a toll.
I have accepted that my bank account will probably go to zero. I found some coaching gigs because I'm also a coach. So I've been going to competitions to be able to pay my rent.
Since the FAE teachers have been on strike without pay, some Quebecers are stepping up to help. This weekend, there is a food drive organized to help teachers get meals and Christmas gifts this holiday season. Kwabena Oduro, CBC News, Montreal.
The latest picture of Canada's economy is showing no sign of growth. GDP numbers remain flat in October for a third straight month. Statistics Canada also gave a hint of what's to come. Estimates show the economy grew modestly in November. If that holds true, Canada could avoid a recession this year. But economists are predicting we may face a mild recession next year as more Canadians feel the impact of higher interest rates. Despite the weak economy, Anis Haidari finds out why we're unlikely to see prices fall.
I think it is. A haircut is just one of the services that keep getting more expensive, both for Canadians and their hairstylists.
Anytime the prices have went up for anything in our world, they've never come down. So as we're getting every 6 months a price increase for our shampoo, our cleaners, our coffee, every little thing that we use to complete a service, it's never went back.
Barbershops like this one say, even with a lower inflation rate, prices won't be lower.
I think every single thing would need to come down in my business in order to offer a price decrease. And after doing this for 25 years, I've yet to see anybody raise their prices and then back them back out.
The cost of everything at a service provider like this has gone up, from scissors to shampoo to just keeping the lights on. Wages are going up too. If the cost of all of those things drop, that's not lower inflation. Economists call it deflation.
Deflation means that, hey, I want my prices to go back to where they were in 2019, which is like, well, now you're talking you want to see a 10% drop in prices, and that's likely not going to happen.
If it did happen, deflation might feel good at the checkout, but when the price of everything drops, that's bad news.
That often is a signal that you have very weak consumer spending patterns out there. Excess supply is happening in the economy. You're likely in a recession-style economy. Job losses are happening. So that is not an outcome we want.
The Bank of Canada doesn't want that either, and the central bank has noted consumers have held back on spending due to higher interest rates. So later in the new year, they might cut those, making at least one thing cheaper: mortgages.
Maybe I'll have to get you to cut my hair later today.
That won't change much for the services Canadians need, as lower interest rates and lower inflation won't trim the cost of a haircut. Anis Haidari, CBC News, Calgary.
The price of travel is also not letting up. Cities like Vancouver are grappling with hotel shortages. And as Lindsay Duncombe discovers, the cost to visit could skyrocket.
Vancouver has it all: views, dining, entertainment. But good luck finding a place to stay.
It is a city in global demand. Unfortunately, the infrastructure, namely hotel rooms, has not kept up with this demand.
Destination Vancouver says the city needs to build 10,000 new hotel rooms by 2050. Already, low supply means high prices, especially for big events like the upcoming Taylor Swift concert. One Florida visitor was quoted more than $3,700 for 2 nights at this hardly fancy hotel. The average price for a stay here, closer to $150 a night.
That was definitely like a shock that someone would even want to do that or charge people or take advantage of people in that way.
Or perhaps
But this urban planning professor says everyone should have seen this coming.
It isn't just, say, one player, but it's how a series of individual decisions that were independent of each other actually have this cumulative effect.
One of those decisions, building housing instead of hotels. Take what's happening on this corner. It used to be a posh hotel with one of those then trendy revolving restaurants. Torn down now to make way for 2 condo towers with affordable units mixed in.
Aren't apartments more important than hotels, though?
I think that apartments are important in particular places just as much as hotels need to be in others, and that it is about striking a balance between the two.
With limited, expensive land, it's tough to get that balance right. Hotels mean jobs and cash. Destination Vancouver says if the problem isn't fixed, the city could lose out on $30 billion by 2050. And this city councillor says not having enough hotel rooms can actually drive up housing costs.
If we have a shortage of hotel rooms, then naturally
things like Airbnb, legal or illegal, start to flourish, and people are simply looking for somewhere to stay.
The city is trying to make it easier to build hotels. Council passed a motion to change where they can be built and encourage projects that mix housing and hotels. It'll take a while. So, in the meantime, if you want a view like this, book early and be prepared to pay up. Lindsay Duncombe, CBC News, Vancouver.
Rising prices have not deterred Canadians from getting away. Airports across the country were crowded today on what was expected to be the busiest travel day of the year. Toronto Pearson Airport estimates about 1 million people will pass through this week and advise everyone to pack a little patience before arriving. Well, it may not be on travel, but there's one place Canadians could look for some savings.
I didn't want us to start our marriage with a bunch of debt.
But is a diamond grown in a lab still forever? Ukraine sets a new date for Christmas in defiance of Russia.
We should remember our history and come back to our history.
But not everyone agrees. And one couple's real estate score.
We owned a castle in France. How cool is that?
We're back in 2. On one of the busiest shopping days of the year, you may have had trouble using a credit or debit card. Moneris, a major company that processes those payments, had a service outage. By afternoon, the issue had been identified and resolved, with Moneris posting on social media. Merchants will continue to experience some slowness while systems catch up. 3 days before Christmas, a number of those shoppers might have been looking for something sparkly, like a diamond. But would you buy one from a lab? As Nisha Patel explains, consumers are taking a shine to them.
Evelyn Schaefer.
Looking back at the moment she got engaged,
Will you marry me?
Evelyn Schaefer was especially pleased with the ring.
I'd never seen anything like it, and it's gorgeous, and so he did a very good job.
Her fiancé proposed with diamonds that weren't mined from the earth. They were created in a lab.
With lab grown, it was just kind of a way to help with sustainability.
And recent innovations mean the manufactured stones are much more affordable than natural diamonds.
We're both students, and so I didn't want us to start our marriage with a bunch of debt over a ring.
Lab-grown diamonds are made inside a plasma chamber. With the right temperature, pressure, and gases, the process forms a gem in just a few weeks.
We've created this technology in order to really remove the human and environmental tolls.
U.S. retailer Vray is seeing huge demand from millennial and Gen Z consumers. It's expanding rapidly and opened its first Canadian showroom this year.
We are looking at an industry that's changing, and we're at the forefront of changing for the better.
Global sales of lab-grown diamonds jumped nearly 40% last year compared to the year before, and big brands are catching on.
Diamonds are forever. Diamonds, diamonds, diamonds.
Jewelry giants Pandora and Swarovski have launched lab-grown diamond collections. The gems are also shining bright with celebrities. U.S. regulators have declared lab-grown diamonds are the real thing, chemically and physically, and they're graded and certified the same way. But experts warn compared to natural diamonds, lab-grown don't hold as much value.
Most people can't distinguish between the two, but the one is still worth significantly more and much more desirable than the other one.
This is probably our best seller.
Still, this Toronto jeweler is doing big business selling only lab-grown stones.
A diamond is a diamond, whether the diamond is mined outside or whether it's made in a lab.
Either way, the hope is the same, that they'll be forever. Nisha Patel, CBC News, Toronto.
Nearly 2 years into the war in Ukraine, the battle lines are no longer moving.
You can't be strong everywhere, or you end up being weak everywhere.
Why Ukraine's offensive has stalled, and
there is a genocide happening.
It's a powerful word some use to describe the situation in Gaza, but is it accurate?
You risk losing the use of that term because it becomes meaningless.
The National breaks down the stories shaping our world next. Big celebrations in Spain tonight thanks to the countrywide lottery known as El Gordo, or the fat one, because so much cash is at stake. This year's total prize pot was nearly 2.6 billion euros. Duplicate tickets are sold in different regions to spread the wealth. This man just won the equivalent of nearly $120,000. Many Ukrainian Canadians will celebrate Christmas early this year, a symbolic move away from the traditional January 7th date marked by Russians and other Orthodox Christians. Karen Paul shows us the move has wide support, but some people say it'll take some getting used to.
At this busy Edmonton community kitchen, they're cooking up some tasty traditional Ukrainian food.
So we need more eggs and stuff too, right?
This week is even busier now that Ukrainian Orthodox Christians will celebrate Christmas on December 25th instead of January 7th.
We should remember our history and come back to our history.
This will be Natalia Vinogradova's first Christmas in Canada. She welcomes the change.
December 25th, it's a truly Christmas for Ukrainian people.
Because of the ongoing war, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky changed the date to abandon the Russian heritage.
3, 2, 1.
At the Christmas tree lighting ceremony in Kyiv, this woman agrees with the move. We shouldn't have anything in common with Russia, she says. In Canada, the Ukrainian Orthodox Church is adopting the calendar change as of December 20th. In Winnipeg, the Holy Trinity Ukrainian Orthodox Metropolitan Cathedral will celebrate Christmas twice this year, helping families transition to a new tradition.
For generations here in Canada, we've been celebrating according to the Julian calendar. And this is something that is very familiar to us, something very dear and very precious. And so the emotions on this are varied.
Especially for second or third generation Ukrainians like Michelle Kowalchuk.
You know, we have a lot of empathy for our Ukrainian brothers and sisters. But on the other hand, for those of us who've been celebrating on the old calendar all of our lives, it's a big change.
It's not just Christmas that will be affected by this change. Easter and other major Christian holidays will also be celebrated earlier. Karen Pauls, CBC News, Winnipeg.
Now we break down the stories shaping our world. We look at what people mean when they use the word genocide. Does it apply to what's happening in Gaza? But first, why Ukraine's counteroffensive has fizzled.
You can't be strong everywhere, or you end up being weak everywhere.
We'll show you the Russian defenses that are so hard to penetrate. And why it's dangerous to even try. Briar Stewart breaks down why a bold plan to take back territory has fallen so short and cost Ukraine so much.
It's been more than 6 months since Ukraine launched its highly anticipated counteroffensive. The goal was to decisively push Russian forces back, liberate communities, and seize momentum on the battlefield. At best, it's been a deadly, grinding slog. Others have dubbed it a failure. So what's Ukraine up against? A sprawling, well-defended front line, and now also growing political friction.
President Zelensky, what does it mean if you don't get aid by the end of the year?
Ukraine is seeking to shore up political support as the financial and the human cost grows of a war that appears to have become a stalemate. Ukraine is trying to recapture areas in the south and in the east for territories which Russia invaded and now claims as its own. But Ukraine's slow advance has given Russia time to build up layers of defense and to strengthen its military.
The ground is in favor of the Russians.
Retired Major General Chip Chapman says the front line stretches more than 1,000 kilometers.
You can't be strong everywhere, or you end up being weak everywhere. The key main effort for both sides is in the Zaporizhia area, really what I would call the triangle of decision, coming down from Tokmak, linked across on this side of the triangle to Melitopol, and then across to Mariupol. So this is the triangle of decision.
The area includes the community of Tokmak, strategically important because of the railway that passes through it. To the south, there's a highway that runs toward the Russian border. If Ukraine was able to seize control of these transportation corridors, it would cut off the supply lines for Russia's military.
100,000 men need 1,000 tons of supply a day, and if you can make sure that that doesn't get there, the bulk of that is both fuel and artillery ammunition, then the sinews of war start to really degrade for the enemy, the Russian enemy in this case.
That was the hope, that Ukraine's troops could quickly recapture large swaths of land like it did in the north near the city of Kharkiv. But in the south, they have struggled. Over the summer, troops advanced less than 100 meters a day. Ukraine managed to recapture a small number of communities like Robotyne, which now lays decimated. As Ukrainian troops try to punch through Russia's defenses, the wide open fields have made the soldiers even more vulnerable. In the early days of the counteroffensive, Russia released these videos of Ukrainian vehicles burned and abandoned.
We haven't seen fortifications in depth on this scale since the Second World War.
We wanted to illustrate with the help of a very basic model some of the obstacles, including trenches, landmines, and concrete barriers known as dragon's teeth.
So the first problem the Ukrainians face is overcoming the anti-tank ditch, which should be wider than the vehicles available to them.
If the vehicles can't make it over on their own, the military has to construct makeshift bridges or demolish part of the trench.
Your second problem comes when you get to the wire. It is possible for certain vehicles to actually drive over wire, depending how wide it is, but you can use explosive clearing techniques to get through that, to create a lane which various vehicles could go through. But that doesn't allow you to expand before you get to the first trench systems,
which Russian soldiers spent months digging in a zigzag pattern to better protect them from attacks.
Once you've overcome that, you get to the real problem which the Ukrainians have had, which is the density of the minefield.
It's a major risk across the entire front line. That's why Ukrainian sappers often lead the way. They try to defuse the mines and clear a path for the armored vehicles behind them. It's extremely dangerous and time-consuming work. As Ukraine plods forward, it's tried to erode Russia's military might from the air by launching long-range strikes against targets including airfields and fuel and ammunition depots. In the fall, Ukraine's top general described the battle as being stuck in a stalemate. So what's next? Ukraine is building up its own defenses along the front line, and the military says it wants to mobilize another 500,000 Ukrainians, a move that would surely be contentious.
Я вам точно могу сказать, у нас не хватает людей, отчасти, это заметно по позициям, но мобилизировать это не значит отправить их на фронт.
Ні, я думаю, цього не буде достатньо. Нам потрібна допомога Заходу, Америки. Нашого війська не вистачить. Це моя думка.
U.S. lawmakers are currently divided over whether to supply Ukraine with tens of billions of more dollars in security assistance. It's been nearly 2 years since the country was torn apart by Russia's full-scale invasion, and some think the fighting may eventually have to give way to negotiation.
Але якщо війна затягнеться,
if the war drags on for a year and two, there will be no way out. Sooner or later, we will have to agree on the cessation of hostilities.
But Ukraine's president has insisted he will not negotiate unless Russia withdraws all of its troops. Ukraine vows it will keep fighting even if the financial and military support wanes.
And of course, people afraid to be again alone, but you have to know that even if we will stand and fight.
But tens of thousands continue to die on both sides, and Russia's president, who unleashed this war against Ukraine in the first place, doesn't appear to be going anywhere. Vladimir Putin says he will run for president again this spring, which means he will almost certainly be re-elected for another 6 years.
Now, military leaders from Ukraine and the U.S. have been talking about a new strategy for 2024. It could include simply holding on to territory now controlled by Ukraine and building the country's capacity to produce weapons. Even that will become more difficult if Republicans manage to cut U.S. spending on Ukraine. Next, a word some use to describe the situation in Gaza sparks debate.
What's happening in Palestine is a genocide.
We unpack the meaning behind the term next. For some, what's happening in Gaza is clear.
There is a genocide happening.
I mean, this is what genocide in real time is like.
It might be the most powerful word in the English language.
But it's more than a word, it's a crime. Israel says it's protecting lives.
Hamas uses civilians as human shields. We don't do that.
So what's rhetoric and what's reality? Some point to the reported death toll of at least 20,000 or Gaza's growing humanitarian disaster. But Anya Zolodowski shows us making a case for genocide takes more.
What's happening in Palestine is a genocide.
It's all over social media.
The genocide in Gaza is not just about Palestinian liberation.
There is a genocide happening right now.
The genocide.
That amid the Israel-Hamas war, there's a genocide in Gaza.
Use of words is incredibly important.
Khaled al-Sabawi, a Canadian Palestinian, says the Israeli military has killed more than 50 of his relatives.
As they were seeking shelter in the east of Gaza, Israel dropped a bomb on them, exterminating them.
Relentless bombing, staggering civilian deaths. Khaled says people are targeted.
Israel has completely destroyed the civilian infrastructure in Gaza. It has targeted churches, mosques, schools, hospitals, and universities. This is what genocide in real time is like. So it has been an absolute horror story.
Genocide is a crime committed with the intent to destroy a national, ethnic, racial, or religious group. Keyword, intent.
To erase a people, to remove them, remove their religion, their culture, their existence off the land. Recently, a group of almost 50 scholars that are globally recognized as expert criminologists in state crime have said Israel is entering its final stages of genocide in Gaza.
But Israel says it is not intentionally targeting civilians. It's responding to the October 7 Hamas attack, killing over 1,000 Israelis.
Hamas uses their children and families and civilians as human shields. We don't do that.
For Khaled, though, statements like this raise alarm.
You must remember what Amalek has done to you, says our Holy Bible.
Netanyahu using a biblical reference to Amalek, an ancient enemy of Israelites. The Minister of Defense.
אין חשמל, אין מזון, אין מים, אין דלק. הכל סגור. אנחנו נלחמים בחיות אדם ואנחנו נוהגים בהתאם.
Or another official early in the conflict, saying they're focused on maximum damage in Gaza.
إسرائيل فرضت إغلاق كامل على غزة، بدكم جهنم راح تحصلوا على جهنم.
It might be the most powerful and eye-catching or ear-catching word in the English language.
UBC Okanagan political science professor Adam Jones has spent decades following the conflict in the region.
And I can't remember a time when there has been such a prominent use of accusations of genocide and polarization of the debate around it.
A genocide is internationally recognized once tried in international court. Only 3 have been so far, like the Khmer Rouge in Cambodia in the late 70s, the 1994 Rwandan genocide, and 1995's Srebrenica massacre in Bosnia. International law says countries can defend themselves.
We are prepared to defend our citizens against any threat.
It is Hamas who is responsible for the loss of Israeli and Gazan lives alike.
They have no desire to harm the population, says Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Michael Mostyn is CEO of Jewish advocacy group B'nai B'rith Canada.
Every word has a definition, every word has a meaning. But if you use the term genocide towards what is currently taking place in Gaza from a war that Hamas started, you risk losing the use of that term because it becomes meaningless.
Michael says it's clear Hamas has genocidal intent, that their charter says Israel will continue to exist until Islam obliterates it.
Despite how terrible the situation is on the ground, Israel is acting in a way that has a military objective and a defensive objective, that we cannot allow this terrorist group to continue to exist.
With civilian deaths in Gaza so high, Adam worries things could get worse.
We're always looking for warning signs and for early evidence of what might be a developing genocidal dynamic.
And presumably, even if an event doesn't meet the threshold for genocide, it doesn't mean that it's not catastrophic.
This is such an important point to make. We don't need to arrive even at a provisional finding of genocide in an ongoing case in order for us to take it extremely seriously.
No matter where you stand on this issue, all eyes are on what's unfolding inside Gaza and Israel. So where does Canada stand? Canada officially recognizes 9 genocides, including the Armenian genocide, the Holocaust, the Uyghurs in China, and
government must recognize what happened in Canada's Indian residential schools as genocide.
After a unanimous, non-binding vote in the House last year, the residential school system.
Our position on the Middle East is absolutely crystal clear. There's a humanitarian catastrophe ongoing right now.
And as a longtime ally to Israel, Canada is unlikely to take such a step to describe what's happening in Gaza. Earlier this month, Minister of Foreign Affairs Melanie Joly said Canada will support investigations into Israeli military conduct.
There are other words that may be able to use for the disaster that's taking place on the ground, but genocide is not one of them. When we hear people using this term, the term of genocide, and saying that anyone who supports Israel supports genocide, well, people are going to get turned against the Jewish community. So not surprising that we see a spike in anti-Semitism.
In war, everyone suffers. Words carry the weight of their pain.
Why is it so important to get these words right? Why is it important to you to use terms like genocide?
When a society is experiencing a genocide and another one doesn't want to acknowledge the reality that they're experiencing, it dehumanizes them. It strips them away from their humanity.
And as tragedy grows, so too do calls to investigate any and all crimes committed during this conflict.
Anya Zolodowski joins us now. So Anya, what's next when it comes to the question of genocide?
Yeah, so this question around international crimes has been on people's radars already. Several UN experts and about 800 scholars, including dozens of Canadians, have already called for the prevention of a potential genocide. More recently, the International Criminal Court prosecutor Karim Khan issued a statement where he said that crimes allegedly committed by Hamas and Israeli officials will have to be investigated. For example, taking hostages. That's prohibited under international law.
And how long will that take?
It can be a long road, and that's a concern that's been raised by some people. In Canada, for example, the residential school system wasn't declared as genocidal until decades after the last school closed.
Anya, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Next, an Ontario couple makes a major upgrade.
Throughout this entire experience, if it all fails, we owned a castle in France. Yep. How cool is that?
Swapping small town Ontario for a French chateau in our Moment Countdown. As we wrap up this year, we're counting down our 12 most loved moments of 2023. Tonight at number 9, an international house swap and a major upgrade.
Welcome to the Chateau de Saint-Germain-des-Prés.
So we decided to switch our 4-bedroom home in Ontario for an 11-bedroom chateau in France. The chateau itself dates from the 16th century. Basically, the tower dates back 500 years, and it blows my mind every time I run up there to my sewing room.
Yeah. It's 37 acres. It does take me about 6 hours to mow them. And of course, we've got 13 fireplaces in the house now, so we do require some wood as well. We were able to sell our place in Canada and essentially buy this chateau for the same. This is the original part of the house. We really do feel for anybody trying to get into the market, but that seems to be where the market is right now. I guess what it comes down to is we saw an opportunity. We weren't running away from Canada. We love Canada very much, but the way we look at it throughout this entire experience, that if it all fails, we owned a castle in France. How cool is that? And, you know, the opportunity to be able to say that was really the, you know, sort of a driving force to be able to go, let's try something different. You know, let's go for it.
Let's be those guys.
Yeah, exactly. And we love the lifestyle. We love the house. We love the people that we're getting to meet now. It's just been awesome.
Wow. So Stephen and Sarah didn't want to divulge how much they paid for the chateau, but they put it this way. If they were to sell the castle, they probably wouldn't be able to buy back their old home. Take that and process it. Thank you for being with us. You can watch anytime on the free CBC News app and subscribe to the National's YouTube channel. I'm Asha Tomlinson. Happy holidays. Take care.